It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Amir Byrd on the return. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. To throw is Stidham. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Stidham. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now Stidham on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
5 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up
one thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The 44-yard line.
On the ground, exploded. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Stidham first down in the red zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's got daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Pick six is starting to be old hat for Peters. He had 3 of these to lead the NFL in 2019, and he comes up with another here. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Damiere Byrd returning it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Byrd now ready to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harm.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, 5, and they're going to have us in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
That's good.
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Stidham from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 10-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ravens 13, Patriots nothing.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, he's going to go up top for the end zone.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Stidham going to lead the Pats up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, it's Stidham. This one caught by Ridley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2, now Stidham. It got his man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make it 13-7.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 13. Patriots 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Down at the 26.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Stidham. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ridley.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Check 44. Check 44.
They go play action with Stidham. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just set up for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On the carry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lynn Bowden, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Ravens 16. Patriots 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. After the interception, here's Stidham. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
58, come on. Hey.
Now Stidham. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because what? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard
line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Saquon Barkley.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there.
Here's Bowden. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been... quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. A very quick pass to Ridley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Ravens 23, Patriots 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Raven first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now it's Stidham. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Complete.
Call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
Full strength. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Stay with your man.
Stidham. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Got his man. That's Harry. And he's taken down inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Michel, the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. We got it,
They'll run it here with Bowden. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
– 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. To throw is Stidham. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Lynn Bowden with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And the lead is up to 5.
It is good. Makes the score Patriots 28, Ravens 23.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the 3-time Pro Bowler, here's Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. On the return is Bowden. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
23.
From midfield now, here's Stidham. And that's complete to Lynn Bowden. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Stidham. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
41's coming. 41 to Mike. Watch the curve. Watch the curves. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Out of the gun, Stidham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
4-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing again here, Stidham. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Damiere Byrd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Calvin Ridley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he's He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Patriots 35, Ravens 23.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And this will be caught by Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Mark Andrews.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yard line.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Wide receiver.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the Patriots' 2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson getting the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Let's get it.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try it again with Bowden. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing now is Stidham. He gets this one complete to Bowden, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now, break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd down.
And 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Stidham. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Patriots.
Stidham to throw it. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
At the 40.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Stidham with one final shot. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you.